Oh ho, everyone! It's Chapter 2 of Hardy Boys The Hidden Theft. Chapter 2, Brother Against Brother. And I really like that title because that was one of the best books in the 1980s Hardy Boys Case Files series. That was where Frank and Joe tried to kill each other multiple times. It was awesome. So, yeah,
Police cars. Let's not mess
part
with
of the reason I like this game is because I'm kind of a nerd and I like the Hardy Boys books, and whoever wrote this game clearly
The
read...
Hardys. Why am I not surprised?
Officer Riley, it's good to see you.
Hey, Joe. Your dad send you two down? You have an interest in this case?
Nope, we came on our own.
We're friends of Lily Spencer. Her father is Samuel Spencer's brother. Anyway, we thought we should come see how she's doing.
Not anymore, he's not. I'm renouncing him as my brother. Do you hear me, Thomas? I renounce you!
Calm down, Mr. Spencer. There's no need to fly off the handle here.
Who are these boys, officer? Vandals? Hooligans? Are handcuffs called for?
Mr. Spencer, meet the Hardy Boys.
Hello.
Hi.
Hardy, eh? Fenton's kids?
Yes, sir.
I know your father. At least I knew him. I haven't seen him around in quite some time.
He retired from the police force a while ago.
Ah, well, as you can see, we are quite busy around here.
Yes, we know. We're here, on behalf of Thomas Spencer.
Scoundrel! Backstabber! My own brother! That he has called in the proverbial cavalry, puerile as it may be, is further proof of his guilt.
You suspect your own brother in this theft?
I do more than suspect him, young man. I consider his culpability a virtual certitude. Nobody but he knows the combination to my safe, which, as Officer Riley will attest, was opened without force. The vile criminal knew the combination. My brother knew the combination. I think you can follow my chain of logic.
I can barely understand a word you say.
Officer, shall we resume searching the grounds?
Of course, Mr. Spencer. Now, you two boys stay out of trouble. If you need to speak to Lily, she's in the entryway consoling her father. I'm detaining him there until we figure out if there's any way someone else could have gotten into the safe without some dynamite. Seems like a nice guy. I'd hate to arrest him.
I know him, officer. I'm sure he didn't do it.
Character witnesses are all well and good, Frank, but Thomas Spencer's gonna need more than that. Things look bleak for him, I'm afraid.
Come on, Joe. Let's see if we can spot anything Officer Riley may have missed.
Okay, so, that was the victim, Mr. Spencer. He's very angry, and he's accusing his brother of being the culprit. So, getting back to what I was saying, whoever wrote this game clearly is a fan of the older Hardy Boys books, and he's got characters from the older Hardy Boys books, like Officer Riley, we saw there, Frank and Joe's girlfriends, and other characters from the original Hardy Boys series. And I think it's really nice to see them because they were totally written out of the 2005 Undercover Brothers series. So it's nice to see these characters who had been kicked out of the book series at this point in time, but they were brought back for the video game series. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm just saying it made me
Mr. Spencer,
happy.
mind if I ask you a few questions?
I suppose not, but make it snappy. I have a lot on my plate, you know.
So, Angry Grumpy Guy is going to spend a lot of time talking about the theft. This is the room where the theft took place. We think that the culprit broke the windows to make it seem like they forced their way in. Blah, blah, blah. I am bad at doing commentary. Anyway, we'll find out more about those broken windows. We think it's a fake-out clue, not a real clue.
When exactly did the break-in take place?
Last night, possibly early this morning. I don't really know. The alarm didn't go off, but I'm not surprised. The circuitry in this old place isn't very reliable.
Has your burglar alarm malfunctioned before?
It rarely functions at all. It's quite expensive to redo an entire electrical system. But seeing how this one dates back to before before I can remember, I suppose I'm going to have to take my lumps and just do it now.
Dude, you have $200 million hiding in a safe and you can't afford to replace your electrical system? What?
I got up at the same time I always do. 6 a.m. I noticed the broken window before 6:30. I suppose you boys don't often see the crack of dawn, do you?
Not if we have any choice in the matter. No. Why do you think your own brother would steal from you?
Who can understand the workings of the criminal mind? Jealousy, greed, revenge. Who can say?
Is your brother not doing well financially?
No, not to speak of. He never seemed to care for money before, but since he remarried, I believe his new bride is applying the financial thumbscrews.
I've met him before. He doesn't seem the greedy type.
Yes, well, perhaps you should look to his wife for the necessary motivation.
Why would Thomas Spencer want revenge against his own brother?
Like I said, who can understand the workings of the criminal mind? Certainly not me.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Spencer.
Yes, yes.
Alrighty. Okay, so, that's it for him. Now let's talk to Officer
Riley. Do you have a minute?
Absolutely. What's on your mind?
Officer Riley, who's just kind of standing around doing nothing. Well, the Hardy Boys are on the case. There's no need for him to actually investigate anymore.
Are you really going to arrest Thomas?
No. Mr. Spencer wants me to lock him up and throw away the key. But to be frank with you, I'm not convinced he's the man we're looking for. The evidence is nothing more than circumstantial at this point. And while it may be incriminating, something just seems all wrong to me. There has to be another way for someone to have gotten their hands on that combination.
So that is going to be our first major puzzle, proving there is an alternate way the thief could have gotten that combination.
That seems odd to me. Why would Samuel be so eager to have his brother arrested?
We aren't ruling out the possibility that Mr. Spencer has an ulterior motive for wanting Thomas out of the way. You never know.
What evidence do you have?
Well, like I said, it's all circumstantial at this point. There is no sign of forced entry into the safe itself. It's a Mosler safe, and those are almost impossible to crack.
What's so incriminating about the crime scene?
There appears to be forced entry into the house, but upon closer inspection, I don't know that it holds water. The broken window seems a little fishy to me. The break is too small for a person to slip through. There isn't even any evidence that it was broken from the outside. It's certainly possible that someone broke the window to make it look like an outsider did it.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, that broken window is a fake-out clue. Nobody's actually believing it's real.
Thanks for your time, officer.
Yes, yes.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so, I think I can solve that puzzle right now if I'm
There's
really...
nothing written on it.
Really
Totally blank.
quick. There's a blank piece of paper there. And, inside this area...
Frank! What are you doing here?
Oh, hi, Lily.
Hey, Lily, we heard about the robbery and just wanted to see if there was anything we could do to help.
Oh, hey. Hi, Lily.
How did you hear about the robbery? We just found out about it ourselves a few hours ago.
Seriously. I'm standing right here. Frank, can you look at me a sec? Am I blending in with the carpet?
Our dad used to be a detective on the police force. It's a tight-knit group.
How could you help? And hi, Joe.
See? That's all I wanted.
Well, we know that your uncle is trying to pin this thing on your dad. We can prove that he's innocent. Assuming, of course, that he actually is.
Don't be silly, Frank. Of course he's innocent.
Could we ask you a few questions about the crime, Lily?
Oh, sure, Joe.
Frank, maybe you better ask the questions. I don't think she can hear me too good.
No, well, that's a running joke in the Undercover Brothers books. Basically, Joe wants to have a girlfriend. He really, really wants to have a girlfriend, but girls hate him. Girls like Frank, because Frank is taller. Or something like that.
Have you seen any strangers lurking around the grounds lately?
No, I don't think so. Wait, yes, I did. I saw someone at the utility shed a couple of weeks ago. I think it may have been a repairman who got lost. I only saw him for a brief second and he was gone. I never saw him again.
What did this repairman look like?
He was maybe 6 feet tall, dark short hair, looked older, maybe in his 50s or so. Very thin.
This could be the culprit.
Where is this shed?
It's around the west wing of the house. I don't think anyone uses it anymore, so I can't imagine the man knew where he was going.
And we've got a lot we can talk to Lily about, so why don't I end the video here, and we'll continue talking to her in the next video. And also, I'll solve the puzzle of, you know, getting inside the other room.